Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm so excited to be testing out the new Physicians Formula Organic Wear line. So if you didn't know, they've completely revamped the line. A few of the old products still exist, but they have been repackaged just so that they go with everything else. And they've added so many new products. I saw these teased on Instagram earlier in the summer and I was so excited. I couldn't wait for it because this is like my aesthetic right here. These are the types of products that I reach for when I'm not on camera. I do like playing around with color and stuff here on YouTube, but more often than not, if it's the weekend or a day off, I'm just in your very basic type of makeup products like tinted lip balms, a dewy blush, a really skin-like natural foundation, and sometimes not even eyeshadow. So I placed a really big order on their website a couple of weeks ago. It did take forever to get here, so their shipping is a little bit slow, but I'm hoping that these show up in stores pretty soon. I haven't seen them anywhere yet, but if you guys have, definitely let us know which store down below so everybody can start looking for it. So today I'm wearing all these products and I'm going to show me applying them, but first I just want to quickly let you know a little bit about this line because it's pretty interesting. So it basically says Physicians Formula Organic Wear uses natural, organic, earth-friendly ingredients that are never tested on animals, and you don't have to sacrifice high performance because you have a heart. Our formulas are made with minimal ingredients but tested for maximum performance. So these are all organically farmed ingredients grown without GMOs, herbicides, or controversial chemicals, synthetic colors, dyes, or fragrance, which is a great thing, especially if you are more sensitive to fragrance. It says they've been rigorously tested for wear and performance, giving you the same coverage and color you've come to expect in your makeup routine, and they're made of organic ingredients. Also, the eco-friendly packaging is reusable and or recyclable. So just a little bit about the brand. So why don't we go ahead and just jump right in. I'll go product by product, everything that I have. I'll do swatches and also show it being applied to my face, and then we'll come back at the end and I'll let you know my thoughts. So first, let's start out with the Organic Wear Mineral Primer. This is $15.99 and it claims to be an organic, weightless, mineral-based primer that moisturizes and preps the skin for flawless makeup application. It's infused with their exclusive organic nourishing complex and botanical cactus flower to balance and hydrate the skin. It also has aloe vera and organic jojoba oil. So when you first pump out this primer on your hand, it looks like a lotion, but it kind of has a lotiony gel texture to it. And when you're applying it to your skin, it has that sort of sticky, tacky feel, which actually is a good thing if you want your makeup to last longer. Personally, for me, I have dry skin, so a silky primer isn't gonna make my makeup slide off, but definitely if you're more oily, you might prefer more of a tacky primer like this one that really helps the foundation to grip to your skin. I found that this one really didn't completely dry down all the way. It always had that sticky feel even after a few minutes, but I really didn't mind because I was planning to put foundation on top of it anyway, and it kind of gave my dry skin a little bit more of a dewy or glowy look. Next, we have the Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir. This retails for $15.99 and comes in 12 shades. I'm using the shade 02 Fair to Light, and this one claims to be an ultra-nourishing, ultra-fluid, weightless, organic foundation elixir that improves the appearance of skin tone and texture while delivering a sheer to buildable coverage. It has organic jojoba oil, organic aloe vera, coconut oil, and botanic cactus flower to lock in moisture, improve the appearance of skin tone, and deliver a second skin airbrushed dewy finish. So this one has that really fluid serum-like texture, and I'm not a fan of these dropper bottles because they do get a lot of the product around the rim of the bottle when you go to put the dropper back in, so they kind of get messy over time. But I do really like these types of foundations because they sink right into your skin. They don't sit on the top like a mask. So oftentimes these serum foundations give you a really skin-like finish, which is what I normally go for when I'm looking for foundation. I went ahead and applied this in a light layer. I just put one dot on each section of my face and started to blend it out. And while it did start evening out my skin tone, it's definitely not going to be a full coverage foundation. Most of my dark spots on my cheeks are still showing through quite a bit, although it did hide my redness around my nose pretty nicely, even in one coat. So I was happy about that, but I did have to go in and just put a little bit more on my cheeks to help hide those just a little bit more. I don't like to go overboard with foundation, and most of the time I'm okay if a little bit of imperfections peek through, just because that way it looks a little more natural and it looks like your actual skin. And so I do usually go for light to medium coverage foundations anyway. That's not an issue for me, and it feels really nice on my skin. It feels hydrating, it doesn't feel dry. There doesn't seem to be any shimmer in the formula either, so hopefully it's not going to accentuate the pores or fine lines, but generally when I first apply a foundation, it doesn't. It's usually after a few hours of wear that I start to notice those things. And then next up for cheeks, we have the Dewy Blush Elixir. I was so excited about this one. These are $13.49 and come in 4 shades. I got the 2 lightest shades, which are Pink Berry and Gorgeous Peach. And these claim to be a lightweight, easy to blend blush elixir that glides on effortlessly, enhancing cheeks with natural looking color, leaving a long lasting glow. And they're enriched with anti-aging organic superfruits, cranberry and blueberry, and infused with the nourishing blend of aloe vera, jojoba, and botanical cactus flower to revive cheeks for a visibly smoother, plumper, fresh, dewy look. So today I'm wearing the shade Pink Berry, and I'm starting out with just the tiniest little amount because these look like they're going to be really pigmented and I don't want to go overboard. So I'm just dotting it on with my fingers, and then once I blend it out, I just take my damp beauty sponge and press it into the skin a little bit more just to give it more of a seamless finish. And I did have to go in and build up another layer just because the first one I did was so super light. I wanted to add a little bit more color to my cheeks because it was kind of hard to see. It kind of sunk in and disappeared a little bit. But overall, I love how these make the skin on my cheeks look really glowy and dewy and healthy. Next, I got the Organic Wear Dewy Highlighter. This one is $11.99 and it comes in 2 shades. I got the shade Dew Frost, which is the lightest one, and it claims to be an ultra blendable and buildable highlighter loaded with hydrating antioxidants to provide a healthy glow to your skin. It claims to be a multi-use cream to powder highlighter. It also has that same nourishing blend of jojoba oil, Indian senna seed, organic aloe vera, and botanical cactus flower to achieve a naturally brightened look instantly. So you guys know I'm not really big on highlighters these days, but I feel like cream highlighters are an exception usually because they tend to look more natural on the skin, especially when your skin's a little bit drier like mine. They just give more of a dewy look rather than a really shimmery or shiny like stripe across your cheek. So I absolutely love this so much. It's so natural looking. It's one of those highlighters that you really only see when you turn your head from side to side and your cheekbone happens to catch the light. Next up, there are a few mascaras in the Organic Wear line. I ended up grabbing the Fake Out mascara. This one retails for $10.49 and it claims to be a high-performing buildable mascara that lengthens, curls, and magnifies lashes for ultimate definition. It also has a recyclable eco brush that defines each lash with ultra soft plastic bristles. So I'm not quite sure I agree with that. The plastic bristles on this one, because the brush is a little bit larger, it's more of a chunky brush. I found that these brushes kind of irritated my lash line a little bit just as I was combing through. I felt like they were poking me a little bit. Not too bad, but just something to keep in mind if you don't like these plastic bristle brushes, because this one is a little bit more on the larger side. And it was also a little bit clumsy to work with. I had to be really careful not to get mascara on my eyelids, but that's one reason that I'm not wearing eyeshadow today, because I wanted you guys to be able to see this mascara and really see my lashes without a layer of eyeshadow behind them. As far as this formula goes, one coat gave me very natural looking lashes. I was honestly expecting a little bit more out of a mascara called Fake Out. I was thinking it was going to give a false lash appearance, but as I built up the coats, I was able to achieve that. I got really good length and a little bit of volume. I would say more length than volume, but overall I do really like the way my lashes came out. I just had to add a lot of this to get that effect. And then the next product is the Organic Wear Tinted Lip Treatment. I was so excited to see these because when they released their original Organic Wear lip treatment, I think it was last year, it was holy grail for me. It reminds me a lot of the Fresh Sugar lip treatments. This one is $9.49. It comes in 5 shades. I picked up 3 of them. So I'll just go ahead and show you swatches of those really quick. We have Tawny Nude, Ginger Snap, and Tickled Pink. And these are actually a lot more pigmented than I thought they were gonna be. So I'll go ahead and show you what they look like on my lips. So first you're looking at Tawny Nude, which is really just like the perfect nude color. And then next we have Ginger Snap. This one is also really beautiful. I feel like it's just a deeper version of Tawny Nude. And then the last one is actually the one that I'm wearing in the intro to the video, and this one is Tickled Pink. I really love this one too. It's not a super bright or like bubblegum pink. It's just a really nice, almost like your lips but better kind of a pink, so I really, really love that one a lot too. And then the last product I got is the Organic Wear Nourishing Lipstick. These are $9.49 and come in 6 shades. I got the lightest shade, which is Buttercup. And again, it's really just that Your Lips But Better kind of a pinky nude. It's a beautiful shade, and I love the bullet shape of these too. They remind me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I find that this type of shape with the flat top makes it so easy to get really precise around your lip line. That's the one issue with those tinted balms, is that they kind of get around my lip line and I have to clean it up afterwards. But with this one, I felt like it was super easy to just stay in my lip line, and it felt really creamy going on, incredibly pigmented. I am in love with this lipstick. I definitely want it in more shades. I also love that it has no scent to it as well, and this color is just really beautiful, and it didn't feel dry on my lips at all. So I will definitely let you guys know how this wears throughout the day. Hey guys, so it's been about 2 hours. I didn't mean to do a check-in quite this soon, but I felt like I needed to because I'm just out running errands, but I'm already noticing this foundation breaking down on my face. So on my chin, it's kind of breaking apart. It also, the redness is coming back through again. My nose, same thing. It looks bright red already and it's just not lasting. And then on my cheek area, they're looking so dry. Like this foundation just seems to be aging my skin so much. Even on my forehead too, you can really see those forehead lines, you know, more than you would if I wasn't wearing foundation. So it's kind of settling in places I don't want it to settle. And I don't know if it's the primer that I used, but I feel like that primer was meant to be used with this foundation. They're part of the same line. So I would imagine Physicians Formula would have formulated the primer to work with this foundation. So I don't know if it's that or if it would just do that anyway. The blush also kind of seems to have faded a little bit. Like I can't see it that much. It just kind of sunk into my skin and disappeared, or I don't know if it slid off because it does kind of have a little bit more of like a greasy texture. The highlighter I can still see just fine, and I have to say, even in natural lighting, it looks okay. Like it doesn't look sparkly. It definitely gives like my skin a shine and a glow, but it doesn't look like overly glittery. So that's a good thing. The tinted lip treatments really don't last all that long. I actually just had lunch, so it pretty much completely came off, the one that I was wearing. The mascara so far seems to be holding up okay, but you guys, I'm like feeling kind of disappointed right now. I was really like positive about everything when I first tried it on. It looked really good when I was in the house, but only a little while later it already seems to just be kind of falling apart. So I'm really bummed about it. I'm also going to apply the lipstick when I get home and wear that for a few hours. So in my last wear test, I can let you know how long the lipstick wears. I figured that the tinted balms wouldn't last that long, and that's fine because that's kind of the nature of those things, so I'm not worried about that. And also I guess I'll let you know if the mascara smudges. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's about 8 hours later and I'm just back for my final thoughts and what I would recommend from this line and what I wouldn't. So first up, the primer. It's okay. It's really not my favorite. I usually like to use more of a pore filling primer, so this is just something that's personal preference, but if you do like one of those primers that's more sticky and tacky, you might like this. However, it didn't seem to really help the foundation to last very long on my face at all because it pretty much wore away. As you saw in my check-in, was starting to wear away and break up after only 2 hours. So I don't know if that's the primer's fault and maybe without the primer it would last a little bit longer or not. But either way, both of these products really kind of disappointed me, sadly. And I really don't know if it's just me or if it would work differently on others, but even just the way that the foundation looked and it was starting to settle into all my lines and it was starting to look dry, especially in my cheek and forehead area. And again, I don't know if that's just because my age is to blame because I'm over 40 now and a lot of foundations don't look good on me. So lately I've been getting really, really picky when it comes to foundation, and this one just sadly didn't do it for me. Another thing that I'm not crazy about is this mascara. First, because it just took a lot to get the volume and length that I wanted, and also because the brush was a little bit uncomfortable to use and it's starting to smudge now underneath my eyes. So it's not the most long wearing formula, at least on me. So this one I would say is also a pass. The blush, I'm a little bit torn with this because I did initially really like it. I liked how dewy and fresh it looked, but it just wore away really quickly. And I find that cream blushes like the ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks or even those new Revlon blush stains that I've talked about a few times are a lot better and longer lasting than this was. So these also kind of let me down. I am still gonna try playing with them maybe on top of a different foundation and primer because it could have also been the foundation's fault if it was sliding around on my face. Maybe that caused the blush to break up too. The highlighter I love. I think this is an amazing, super natural looking highlight, so this was definitely a plus. I also really love the tinted lip balms, even though they don't last a long time. That's just the nature of tinted lip balms, so I'm okay with those. And last but not least, I also really like the lipstick. I think it felt really nice on my lips. It felt comfortable and hydrating, super lightweight. It doesn't have a scent. I really like the color, and also the shape of the bullet itself I thought was really nice. And it wore a long time too. I mean, it's not transfer proof or anything like that, but it wasn't sliding all over the place. And even when it did wear away, it left a little bit of a stain behind on my lips, so I like that as well. So anyway, guys, that's everything. I hope you found this video helpful. I would love to hear from you down in the comments below, just what your thoughts are on this line, if you've tried anything from it yet. I would love to hear what your experience has been with this as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.